Hello everyone, Porterhause here, and today we are playing World of Tanks. Now I know I said in my last video that might be my last video. Was getting really frustrated, started playing War Thunder instead. I've been enjoying that. There is a Let's Play episode with a Twitch streamer by the name of Echo Rewards. You know him as Asa, he's a subscriber. He's in my Discord, and one of my other subscribers, Dara, who is not only a subscriber but one of my moderators on both my Discord and on my streams on YouTube. So, had a lot of fun with them. Anyway, I have been checking on World of Tanks, and then about a day, maybe a day and a half ago, there was a small update. And then all of a sudden, my little Easy 8 was back to being able to track Tier 8 vehicles and even penetrate them and damage them a little if I caught them in a soft spot. So that part's fixed. It doesn't seem like Tier 5 and Tier 6, Tier 6 and Tier 7 lights can strip off 90% of my armor with one shot that should have been a glancing blow. So that's fixed. The only thing that I'm still unhappy about, at least a little bit, is the matchmaking. They should limit it to 2 tiers per matches, so you get Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 4, Tier 5, and so on. So if you have a match with Tier 5s and Tier 6s, yes, the Tier 6s have an advantage, but not such a huge advantage if it was Tier 5, Tier 6, and Tier 7s. So it's a little more fair for everybody involved. I know that might be a strain on the servers, but I know a lot of people would be much happier with that kind of mix. And the only other change I would make is, like, say, Tier 1 through Tier 5 matches limit artillery to like 1, and then Tier 6 to Tier 8 to 2, and then anything above that to 3. Now, I don't hate artillery. It does get a little annoying sometimes when you get spotted by some random, like a T-71 from halfway across the map, and there's 3 artillery, it just raining shells on you, and you're bobbing and weaving. It's no fun for anybody but the artillery. I know what you're saying, bitch, bitch, moan, moan. I don't care. I don't hate artillery. I've actually had some pretty good games where I've scouted for artillery in my Easy 8, and we made a pretty deadly combination with him dropping shells as I spotted and shot. So I am not hating artillery. It just makes it a little tedious, especially when it happens battle after battle. So anyway, that's enough ranting on my part. I have 2 great matches for you today. I had a lot of fun. There was a gentleman in one of the matches in an O and I that we had a little bit of fun in chat. You'll see it down there in the corner. He seemed like a really good guy, and I actually invited him to be a friend. So anyway, on with the match. All right, everyone, this is the Erlenberg map. You can see Hogwarts over there. If you look closely, you can see Harry Potter flying around on his Nimbus. Anyway, this is a pretty even tier match. It's 5 and 6, the way I think every match should be, with just 2 tiers. If wargaming.net, if you're watching this, just please consider it. It would make a lot of people really, really happy, especially me and my sad little Easy 8, which I love. Something about slow tanks and me, I don't know what it is. Although I did play the British line and enjoyed it immensely. Those Cromwells are just quick as lightning. But my first love will always be the Easy 8. Although she's not really that slow. She's got, especially her turret traverse speed is pretty quick. And I will use that to my advantage in a heartbeat. So I'm being kind of cautious because this is the first match I played after a tiny little update that, as it turned out, fixed a lot of the problems that the Easy 8 was having, and I may have fixed other tanks as well. Not sure if other Shermans were having the same problem that I was, with unable to pen or track higher tier vehicles, or barely able to, if ever. But so I'm playing it cautious. I'm checking out over this hill. I can hear my teammates moving up. So one of the things I love about this game, along with the really good backdrops and environments, is the sounds. And I actually, oh, idiot. Sorry, you're not an idiot, but that wasn't wise. And then you hid behind his destructible environment. And he was like a buffet. Everybody got a little piece of him. As I was saying, yeah, and I actually know one of the artists that worked on this game, doing some of the set or design or the backgrounds or something. I know she was pretty heavily involved in it. She does a lot of stuff like that for game companies and makes pretty good bank on it. That makes me wish I was an artist. I might be able to do like storyboard design for a game. I've always thought about that. I've actually been thinking about going back to school or at least taking some sort of online courses for that kind of thing. Because I really need to get out of what I'm doing. And I was going to start ranting about my job. I'll shut up now and concentrate on the game. So my teammates are moving up. I decided to move up a little bit, still being cautious. Like I said, first match after that update, I had no idea what to expect. There's an OI right there. I'm kind of advancing with him a little bit. I love playing with OIs and ONIs. It just seems like a natural pairing for me because on my faster Easy 8, I can keep smaller tanks off of his butt, which is important, especially with their terribly slow traverse speed. Now you see Battle Blizz going in there against the Panzer IV. He gets destroyed. I'm like, oh hell no. Come down the hill and pop that Panzer IV. See Fistful of Dollars, whom I've been following along, who is a really good player, by the way. If you watch him, he's a little bold, but he can afford to be in that tank, so... It's a tiger. Wow. Anyway, yeah, sanity, not a long suit for me, just so everybody knows. I'm checking out this corner, making sure there's no TDs or artillery, and there's not. And as I start moving to join up with the rest of the guys again, I see that artillery pop up, and I put 1, 2, and then somebody else. SW 500 Magnum finished him off. I like that name. I guess that guy's quite a pistol. Oh. Anyway, yeah, thank you. I'll be here all week. So I start moving up, and I was going to kind of head up the hill, and then I decided, this is the base captured. It's right in the middle of town. So I start turning to follow everybody else. I am still kind of being cautious, but I am like wrecking every piece of terrain here. And I almost went out into that road, and I went, no, bad idea. And that turned out to be a good thing, as you'll see here in a bit. So I start heading down behind the houses, hoping nobody pot shots me from between the buildings. And I come around the corner, and I see this VK, but he's hidden, and I can't get a shot at him, so I'm like, oh, heck with this. And then I realize that he's not going to stick his nails out, so I start moving up, and then as I turn around this bend, I see that Stug 3 up on the hill. And he's just sitting there. And I got a shot into him, somebody else got a shot into him, and I thought I lost him. And then he pops up again, and I finished him. So that's my second kill. I like shooting Stugs, well, TDs in general. Not that TD players are bad people, it's just that think of it as revenge. You guys are good players, I'm not picking on you, really. That looks like a barn door. I guess that would make it a stable environment. Oh god, I'm full of puns today. So I stick my nose out here, and there's this KV-1 just sitting there. And so I just start pumping rounds into him. And set him on fire, and you would have thought I got the kill for that, but it turns out somebody else got the finishing shot on that. So, oh well. I think I have a couple awards for, or medals for arsonists. So, and then somebody, T-34, puts a round into my tank, barely damages it, just enough to get my attention. And I'm thinking this Panzer III is going to stick his nose out, and as he does, he disappears. And I took a pot shot where I thought he might be and just hit a brick wall. Now that him disappearing, I think, was BS. I mean, I had him in my gun sight. I should not have lost him. That's another one of the things about World of Tanks is I find a little irritating. Not game breaking, but irritating. Not as game breaking as being a tier 6 and with a match that has 5 tier 1 or tier 8s in it. So you saw that OI moving up. He is sitting on the cap with us, so we're not gaining any ground here. That Cromwell, I think, tried to sneak up on me, but one of my teammates popped him. He is undamaged. So we got 2 heavies and a medium. I know that medium's pretty badly damaged. That is the Panzer III. I don't know about the second heavy. All I saw was the OI. The OI on my side's down to 5% of his armor. He's also a very good teammate. So he just comes out bold as brass, broadside to me, which is, you might as well just painted a bullseye on it, and I'm just shooting him in the butt end, because I'm going to damage that engine if I can. And then my last shot there ricochets off his front, because that's where their heavy armor is. I have to learn to not shoot OIs in the front and in the turret. Just with any heavy tank, the best bet is to hit him in the side. He was trying to maneuver to get another shot at me, and I shot him in the turret like an idiot. Now he trying to shoot back and just can't get through my cover, so I just start pumping rounds into him again. And I am damaging the crap out of him, and one of my teammates finishes him off. Now this Panzer III, that was the other heavy that blew up. That isn't the Panzer III. Moves up and sticks his nose out, and I finished him for the last kill of the game. Okay, well that was a pretty fun game. I got 3 kills. I did 1,600 points of damage. That's kind of what I was been used to with the Sherman. Maybe not quite that much, but pretty close. I pounded the crap out of this OI. He just kept sticking himself out where he could get shot, so don't know what to say. This Panzer III, he was a one hit for me. He was already down to like 1% armor. Panzer IV, he was a good hit too, but I only did 32 to destroy him. Still got him. Counts. Whatever. The Stug, yeah, I did almost 200 to him. He was up on a hill in plain sight. And there was that Bishop that was shelling everybody that I finally got. And I got Fire for Effect and Bruiser because I was exchanging shots with some guys. My tank got fairly well damaged, or badly damaged, I should say. Team score, I am actually top. So that went really well. I did top amount of damage. I got 3 kills. I'm pretty tickled about that, and I got a good chunk of change. So that match went really, really well. Hey everyone, I was going to do a 2-match video, and then I realized that the second video was really long, and then coupled with the rather long rant I went on, I decided to break it up into 2 separate episodes. It'll be part A, part B. I've been trying to keep my Let's Plays for World of Tanks and War Thunder fairly short, so that's it for this one. If you're watching this, part B should be up fairly soon if it is not already, so be sure to check it out.